Thanks for listening to BYU-Idaho Radio. These are your evening headlines for Friday, the 15th of November, 2024. I'm Kalen Wills. Christmas lights are appearing around the BYU-Idaho campus. Ella Ziegler has the story.
With the holiday season just around the corner, BYU-Idaho campus is brightening up with the Christmas spirit. Grounds maintenance crew workers are up in trees stringing Christmas lights to bring the holiday to campus. Grounds worker Nicole Morales has spent most of her morning harnessed 8 feet up in the air.
We're doing a structured, and it's like kind of just weave around, and then the branches have all these like little nodes on them, so if you're lucky, then like if it's tall enough, you can just weave it around instead of going over like a bigger branch. But there's other ways, like one has a candy cane and it's just like wrap it around.
For Morales, climbing up and down the trees isn't difficult.
Probably if it was like your first time, yes, but it's pretty easy once you get it. We did have like a coworker, and he was afraid of heights, but he kind of quit like a couple weeks later.
Students have been watching the workers light the trees, and they're thrilled to have the campus lit up.
I really like it. I've not been here long, but I think that I really like the spirit it brings. I like the atmosphere that it provides, and I don't know, I just love Christmas generally. So I love any time that we get the lights out and get a little bit festive. It's just a good time.
I've never been here for Christmas, so I've been sitting here watching them set it all up, and it looks so fun. They like pulled all of the plants out and replaced them with Christmas trees. I feel like it makes it a little more homey around here. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Christmas in Rexburg.
The official tree lighting is Thursday, November 21st at 6 p.m. in the Taylor Quad. There will be free hot cocoa and cinnamon rolls along with horse-drawn carriage rides. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Ella Ziegler.
Life on the Range is an educational video series about a new technology called virtual fencing. Writer and producer of Life on the Range, Steve Stubner, explains what this new technology is.
Well, virtual fencing is similar to an invisible fence that residents might use to control their pets at the edge of their property line. The fences are drawn with computer software, and the cattle are wearing GPS collars, and so they get a sound and then a shock if they come up next to the fencing boundary. And so it's some cool new technology that helps control your livestock.
Virtual fencing is gaining traction for livestock management, particularly in Idaho and the western U.S. Based on the comments they made in the video series, ranchers like Jay and Cheyenne Smith think it's a game changer.
My wife's happy. My cows are doing good. The range is managed well. The forest and the BLM are happy, and our calf weights are up, and the market's good. How do you do any better than that?
Last year, it cut down my emergency rides by like 95%.
The Smiths piloted the new project in conjunction with the University of Idaho, the Salmon Chalice National Forest, and Bureau of Land Management.
We were just absolutely astounded about how helpful it was and how beneficial it was for the range, for our cattle, for our workload. It seems like something that would be super useful to just about anybody, however they wanted to use it.
Two of the only setbacks with this technology is the high cost, $10,000 for each base station, and
you have to be operating in an area with cellular coverage for this technology to work. So that rules out, a whole bunch of pretty remote areas in Idaho where there would be no cell coverage.
As research continues and improvements are made, the Smiths hope their involvement in this project will lead to better data, lower prices, and more public awareness of virtual fencing technology. To watch the full educational video series, visit idrange.org. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Kalen Wills. The Pocatello Police Department is warning residents of a new scam. According to a police department news release, someone is using the name of Captain Higby in an effort to scam money from residents. Multiple people have reported that the individual will threaten arrest if they do not pay. The Pocatello Police Department would like to remind people that although Captain Higby does work for the department, neither he nor any other department employee will call asking for money. Thanks for making BYU-Idaho Radio a part of your evening routine. These have been your evening headlines for Friday, the 15th of November, 2024. We've got more great content for you anytime you want it. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast app. You can also ask your smart speaker to play KBYI 94.3 FM. Be informed, be inspired. Keep listening to BYU-Idaho Radio.